Afternoon, or I should say good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Make Our World Your Runway. And as you know, this show is not only about the pageant world, but about modeling, fashion, business, entertainment, and now we've added some beauty to Make Our World Your Runway. Beauty tips, always something exciting going on. But before I announce my very special guest today, and we have a packed show. You are going to love it. It's absolutely amazing. As always, I like to do a few announcements so that everyone can keep up with everything that we're doing. And as always, remember to subscribe to the Global Trade Chamber YouTube channel so that you can view all the shows of Make Our World Your Runway and Success Stories, which is produced by the Global Trade Chamber. And I highly recommend you watching Success Stories. You are going to hear from some of the most amazing women around the world. These women are so humble, they're trailblazers and unbelievable. And that's why they call it From Scratch to Success, because these women came from humble beginnings, and many of them have worked themselves up to community service leaders and entrepreneurs. So I definitely suggest listening to Success Stories and also the magazine. Definitely look at that because you're going to see great stories, not only about women, but about opportunities in business. So remember to subscribe to the Global Trade Chamber YouTube channel so that you can view everything. And also Success Stories. Volume 2 is now out, and I highly recommend that you definitely order your copy. It is on Amazon. As I just said, From Scratch to Success. I was in London, England this past August when they launched Volume 2, and the women that I met and are published in that book, absolutely amazing. They come from around the world, all walks of life. Again, from humble beginnings to the most fabulous entrepreneurs and women that are in community service and even work in government. Definitely pick it up. And if you are a successful woman and have a story, you definitely want to get involved with this book or the 100 Successful Women in Business. And as always, you can go to the website, www.100swb.com, to read about this and everything that is coming up. And also March the 2nd, okay, we are going to be doing, a wonderful show. It's a Rockstar Roadshow produced by the Global Trade Chamber and the 100 Successful Women in Business for International Women's Month. And it is going to be amazing. Women from around the world are going to be attending. It's going to be at the DoubleTree in Miami. It's going to be the largest one-day event produced for women, again, for International Women's Month. So please go to the website, check it out. It's a free event, but you must register. And there's also speaking opportunities and opportunities to become a vendor. So again, www.100swb.com. You can check this out and all of the events that are coming up this year. 100 Successful Women, once again, is going to be circling the globe. Will not only be going to different parts of the United States, but to India, the Philippines, around the world. Again, check it out. You're going to love it. I highly recommend it. And I hope to see you in Miami on March the 2nd. And now we're going to get to our show. As I've said, we've added a little something extra, which I know our viewers love and every woman definitely needs: beauty tips. So once again, I'd like to invite back Betsy Miller, independent beauty consultant for Rodan and Fields. So Betsy, welcome back to Make Our World Your Runway. We should have Betsy there.
I'm here.
There
Yay!
There she
I'm
is.
just hanging out backstage with all the cool kids.
Yeah, exactly. You're backstage, Miss Betsy. But how could we miss you, right?
Well, I'm glad to be back with you. And how exciting. I'm so excited for that event. I cannot wait to see everybody in Miami in March. It's going to be a wonderful event.
Oh, it's going to be a fabulous event. As I said, it's going to be the largest one-day event produced, for women coming in from around the world, from the United States. It's just going to be an amazing opportunity. I mean, there's speaking opportunities. You can become a vendor. And I highly recommend everybody to attend that event because you know what? You're going to make great contacts, great exposure. As I always say, it's an opportunity of a lifetime. So when you have it there, definitely take advantage of it. But as always, we know you're going to offer us some fantastic beauty tips. And I know you're going to talk about, I think it's If I wrote it down, blur and protect, step 3.
Yes. So
Okay.
today, yes. So, okay. So I am Betsy Miller. I'm a brand ambassador for Rodan & Fields skincare and hair care company. It's the #1 premium skincare brand in North America. And I'm honored and privileged and happy to share it with everyone. These skincare products have changed my lashes, my skin, my brows, and the business has changed my financial situation. So without further ado, I'm going to talk about a quick way to put on a little face without feeling heavy, weighed down, and without putting on a full face, but feeling a little bit made up. You know, it's, yeah. So 3 of the products that I really like to use that can give you a quick makeup look are the Recharge Protect and Blur, the Radiant Defense, and Brow Defining Boost. So I'm going to talk about the Protect and Blur first, because this is a 2-in-1. And by that, I mean it's a primer and a sunscreen. It's pink in color. And the reason why it's pink in color is because it will even out your skin tone, and it gives you a matte finish with 100% mineral protection from UVA and UVB rays from the sun. And it's has such a beautiful scent to it. It smells very clean. I wish you could have smell-o-vision, but this is the step 3 in our recharge. This is step 3 in our recharge. It is called Protect and Blur because it does give you a matte finish. I mean, I don't know if you can see the difference in this hand versus this hand.
I can see the difference. Yeah. We used to do that all the time in cosmetics. Put the hands up like that, put them like that. Yeah. And you did say something that I have always said and I've always believed in. Okay. And some of the cosmetic companies in retail now are starting to do that. They're bringing it back. Primer. It's like when I used to tell people, you know, a painter, before he paints, he primes his canvas, or she primes her canvas. Okay. Then they paint. It's the same thing when you're putting makeup on, okay? You need that primer, and it's great that it's got sunscreen in it. And even people wearing eyeshadows, they used to say, why do I have to prime my eyes? I said, because it's going to smooth it out, take out the crease. So if you're going to put your eyeshadow on, it's going to come out and look that much better. So that's a very important point.
Yeah, and it gives it something to kind of stick to. You know, your skin can be oily or dry, and if just depending on what products you're using, they could flake off, they could, you know, run off. So using a primer, making sure your skin is cleaned and toned and moisturized, and then using a primer is key to a flawless look that you would get whether you're using a foundation or you're using Radiant Defense. Radiant Defense is Radiant Defense because it has blueberry extract in it to brighten up your skin. It's available in 10 different shades. So you can contour, you can conceal, you can have overall coverage if you want. I recommend purchasing the Rodan & Fields contouring brush. I have a million makeup brushes, but I only use this for my Radiant Defense and my masks. I use this to apply any of the masks that we have. Maybe we'll do masks next week.
Yes, so absolutely.
The Radiant Defense also has an SPF of 30 in it. And like I said, it has blueberry extract in it to brighten up your skin. And it's available in 10 different shades. For those of you who are just listening to this, I'm holding up a sample card that has all of the 10 shades on it. That is available from me. If you'd like one, I can send one out to you. One of these little guys goes a very long way because, again, with our products, you only need a little bit to see the real big results. I love to pop these in my bag if I'm going on vacation or if, you know, having an overnight somewhere. These are great. They last a long time. And then the final thing that I really, really love, there's a million brow, you know, products out there. What I love about Brow Defining Boost is it has the same technology as Lash Boost. So you're going to get your keratin and biotin in it. You're going to get all the vitamins that your eyebrows need to be nourished and strong, which encourages growth. And it's tinted. It comes in 4 different shades. It has a little spoolie. And there you go. Little spoolie, and all you do is just gently put it on your eyebrows. This is going to fill in anywhere where you need, where it's thin. Yep, but it's also going to encourage your brows to grow fuller, darker, and thicker. That is available in 4 different shades: light, medium, dark, and black. So you can customize your look. And that's my little 5-minute skincare tip for today.
No, excuse me, that's absolutely amazing because, you know, these little tips are great. There's a lot of women out there that don't know about all of these tips. You mentioned something about brows. You mentioned something about a primer, okay? And a lot of women sometimes I see it, when they go into the cosmetic stores, okay? If that particular representative is so busy and doesn't have a chance to really sit down and do a good consultation, they're going to miss something. So this is
Right.
good because you're bringing out things that a lot of people miss in those steps. And they
Right.
are very essential to good skincare, okay? And especially with brows. Even people that have bushy brows can use that because what they can do is they can just fill it in, which is great, okay? But I'm in love with that primer idea because that is a step that so many women have forgotten. And you want to know something? Even the beauty consultants behind the counter do not recommend primer today. That's just something that everybody forgot. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that you brought that out. And that's something that I always believe in. It's something I always do. But there's a lot of people that just, oh, it's an extra step. I said, but you'd be surprised how that extra step, if you're going out, or even if you want to do something light for the day, it's going to make your skin look radiant. So I
Right.
am glad.
And it's always in the details, the good work that you can see, like you mentioned painting and stuff. When
Right.
somebody comes in to paint a room or whatever, if you're not very good at cutting in those edges and you need to tape things out, taking that extra time to do that extra step makes all the difference in the finished
Yes.
product. And your eyebrows frame your face.
Yes, they
They
do.
bring your eyes to life. So
Yes,
when
they
you have
do.
a product that can not only frame your face and enhance your eyebrows, but can encourage your eyebrows to grow back in, because, as we age, our hormones change and our hair thins. And so if you can have a product that can not only give you instant results, but results over time, I mean, it's a no-brainer.
Exactly. And you just said a mouthful because I've noticed that years have gone on and my body has changed. You go from one cycle to menopause, you have to change your skincare. And I used to
Yeah.
tell women in cosmetics every 27 days or every 30 days, when you're going through that menstrual cycle, you might want to use a different foundation or a different moisturizer because your skin is going to lose that moisture. It's going to lose water. So you have to change, okay?
Mhm.
Because again, the body evolves, all right? It's never going to stay the same. Your hair's not going to stay the same. Your skin's not going to stay the same. So a lot of people say, oh my God, I'm afraid of the aging process. You don't have to be. If
No.
you take these little beauty tips,
Right.
you can actually go through the aging process and still look like $1,000,000. So
Right.
I
And when you have really good products that really do change your skin, they moisturize, they hydrate, they firm, contour, lift. When you have
yes,
products that are actually really doing something to change your skin, it really, really makes such a big difference. And Rodan and Fields can help you age gracefully. And I
yes,
mean, it's not a magic potion, so you're not going to be, looking like you're 20. But it can
exactly.
definitely slow the process of aging
Right.
and speed up your cell turnover so that your skin stays fresh and bright and young looking.
Exactly. That's another thing. The cell turnover. Because as we get
Right.
older, we lose certain cells. And every 27
Mhm.
days, the body sometimes will lose something and gain something. So you're right. And it all goes together with proper diet, exercise, and good skin. So, Betsy, I am so glad that you give these beauty tips because even me, okay, that I've been in this business for years, sometimes I'll forget something. So I said,
Right.
wow, she's given me a little bit of refresher course. So it's absolutely amazing. And it is essential for every woman. So thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule, okay, to give us these beauty tips. And definitely let's see what you're going to come up with next week because it's absolutely amazing.
Yes. Thank you so much for your time. And thanks for having me on again, Angela. I'll see you in Miami.
Yes, definitely. We'll see you in Miami and we'll go from there. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
And I look
Take
forward to
care.
seeing you next week.
Take care. Have a good weekend.
Take care. You too. We are going to bring on our main guest. I am so excited to have her on today. She is absolutely amazing. She is the CEO and founder of 100 Successful Women in Business, and also the creator of Make Our World Your Runway. So, ladies and gentlemen, this woman absolutely needs no introduction. So please help me welcome to Make Our World Your Runway, Maria Renee Davila, the CEO of 100 Successful Women in Business. Maria, once again, welcome to Make Our World Your Runway.
The advice of experts. So this is a great opportunity for them. But especially this event is a business expo, and it's a day of full conferences where you're going to have the opportunity to meet, number one, successful women that already achieved their goals. They are succeeding in the business wherever they are, because this is a multi-sectoral event. And also you're going to have the opportunity to network and to connect with a lot of exhibitors that are going to be that day, and all the attendees. We're expecting about number 1,000 attendees, and I'm sure that's going to be exciting for everybody. And of course, we have a special surprise for the celebrated International Women's Month.
Oh, that's going to be fantastic. I am so excited, which is great. We're flying in. My girl from Canada, the girl from the Bahamas is coming in, and two of my ladies that actually supported the pageant that live in Tampa will be attending. They already signed up. They said this is a great opportunity for them to network and to meet other people in business that may support the businesses that they have. So, and not only that, like you said, there are some women that will be attending that thinking about going into business or are very highly visible in community service. So anybody that attends this event, and the way I promote it, I said it's an opportunity of a lifetime. You don't want to miss it, because you never know who you're going to get that could put you to the next level and that you could do business with. So I think it's just a great opportunity for everybody. But besides Miami, you have a lot of other things that are on the roster for this year.
Yes, this year, like I was saying at the beginning of our interview, we have prepared a bit of interaction with potential business partners, with potential alliances. We have virtual events this year. Every month we have a virtual event, so you can actually have the potential to connect with people everywhere. Because when it's a virtual event, you have the opportunity to meet people in other countries, in other states. And the beauty about these events is that if you, for some reason, miss any event, you can watch the webinar. If in this case it's a webinar, you can watch it after. But also we have prepared a roadshow with the Women Business Expo. That's our premier event this year. We are going to visit several cities. We're going to launch this event in Miami, but after that, the roadshow is going to different cities like Philadelphia. We're going to be also in San Francisco, California. We are going to Dallas, Texas. We're going to be also in Las Vegas. It's a city that we talk about with you, Angela. And I believe I'm missing some cities, because it was like 8 or 9 cities this year. But we're going to be there, visiting different places, connecting with new people, and the opportunity for everybody that is part of this network to travel with us and connect with amazing ladies.
Exactly. That's just it. And especially Las Vegas, that everybody wants to go there. And if you do it sometime like in July, it's amazing, because you've got so many tourists out of there, even though it's hot in Vegas at that time, but it's hot and dry. But still, people are on vacation. So a lot of women will be attending that event. And you've also got things scheduled for the Philippines and India, if I'm correct on that.
Yes, this year, as you know, every year since we launched the 100 Successful Women in Business, organize the annual Women in Business convention. So this year, we're going to be doing the convention in India. Very excited and proud to present this event there. We are already working on all the logistics involved to have a beautiful, a fantastic 5-day event there. Activities that are included for this event, for sure, we're going to have a sightseeing because we want to visit the main attractions in India, especially in Mumbai, where is going to be the event. So we're going to have 1 day of full activities, meeting the area, meeting people. And then the second day, we also have a welcome reception where we're going to welcome all our delegates from all these countries. Our slogan is 100 nations, 100 women. So we're going to reach all the number of people that we're trying to bring for the event. Then we also have scheduled, of course, the conferences and plenary sessions for people to go and listen and understand and get, motivated and informed about all the new trends in different sectors presented by success speakers. So we're going to have activities for 2 days between plenary sessions, discussion panels, and also the conferences. And of course, our Premier Expo, where you're going to have the opportunity to display, promote your product, but at the same time to connect and meet people from everywhere. So we have 5 days of activities. Very excited about that. And of course, the main activity that we're going to have for the convention is the recognition of 100 successful women in business for this year, 2023, from all over the world. We're going to start the nominations. Actually, we're going to open the nominations in February, which is next week. And everybody can start, nominating their names. If you think that you are successful, if you achieve your dreams, if you started a company 3 years ago, 2 years ago, and you reach a level of success, don't hesitate to nominate yourself. Or if you know somebody that can, achieve several things in life, not just in business, let us know, and you can also submit their name there. So after this process, we're going to start checking all the nominations, and we're going to select the 100 recipients for this year.
Right, exactly. And of course, 𝐏𝐚𝐠𝐞𝐬 is in India, but there's a wonderful woman in India. Her first name is Simran, and she's done a lot of community service, but she's also a very well-known actress in India. So I want to get in touch with her because she's definitely a name that should definitely be submitted to 100 Successful Women in Business. I was just reading up on her. She's won several awards. So she would be great for something like this. So, and believe it or not, there's a lot of women in India that have done some great things. I know I was just watching Know Your Value, 50 over 50. And all the women that they had 20 women, that they were interviewing. 10 of them were from India. So it just seems that country there is on the move with empowering women. I mean, the Philippines is as well too, but it just seems that these women from India are really getting into women's empowerment. So having it in Mumbai is probably a great opportunity because not only will the women there promote it, but you've got women from all of Asia around the world that will definitely get there. And that is a different area. I mean, you have a lot of women in London, England, but especially in India, because now you got all the Asiatic countries that will definitely want to get involved.
Exactly. And that's our mission, to connect worldwide with successful women in business. That's why every year we select a different country or region where we can go and bring other people that is going to be close to that area. That's why we selected India. We believe that India is a beautiful destination to host our annual convention. But what you said is so important and true. We have been doing some research, benchmark, and also we have strategic alliances with different organizations in India. And it's unbelievable the number of ladies that are actually successful there, the number of women that now are focusing on businesses. And you can see talented ladies, you can see successful ladies, but besides that, they are also beautiful. So you can find the balance, the combination between, the inside and outside, because they are beautiful in both cases. And that is something that I really want to highlight, because India is always, competing in beauty pageants and always getting the one of the top levels when they do when they go and be part of the contest. So
Exactly.
it's very unique, not the participation of women in business in India. The other thing is that from the moment that we announced, there you go, Betsy saying something important, brilliant and
Brilliant and
courageous.
courageous. That's what she's saying. Yep. Yeah, she loves it. And you just made a very good point of that, because two things that was brought to my attention is that, and you're right about India, Miss Universe, okay? A year ago, we had crowned 𝐏𝐚𝐠𝐞𝐬 as Miss International World, and Miss Universe crowned in a girl from India as Miss Universe. This year, we crowned United States as our main winner. Miss Universe crowned a girl from the United States as their winner. So we're saying who's watching who, okay? We believe they're watching us. And yeah, that's a big organization. But this show here, Make Our World Your Runway, has really brought me to the forefront, because I don't only have women from my organization, but I have women from other pageants that definitely are getting on here, because they said this is a great platform to support women. Okay. And since I've been involved with 100 Successful Women in Business, and I tell this to everybody, just a few days ago, an article came out about me in the New York Today, and it got such a buzz that now the Wall Street Journal wants to publish an article on me. And that's probably the biggest achievement I could ever get in a publication, because when you're in the Wall Street Journal, now you've got major sponsors and major corporations that are reading about you. So I have to hand it to you, Maria. I thank you for getting me involved with 100 Successful Women in Business, but creating the show, Make Our World Your Runway, so that I'm able to get out there, speak about this, but have a platform that all women can get involved with.
Speaking about your show, Angela, as a producer, I can also share the news with all your audience that soon we're going to be launching a new introduction for your show. We're going to have a new background, new design. So we are working on that. Your audience is going to be excited and happy to see the new look that you're going to be presented. And besides, of course, all the guests that you are scheduling to have in your show. We're very excited also to announce that the show is growing, and every time we have more subscribers and more people that wants to see the show, because it's a unique concept. Your show really put together all the elements that you need to know about beauty, about fashion, the fashion industry, but also about business, because that is you were mentioning about the Miss Universe organization. There's a big difference, because they focus more on the beauty aspect, but you focus on everything, because what you want to do is you want to form girls that have the potential to become queens, but at the same time they have the potential to succeed in a different area, like, as a professional in business. And you're always trying to encourage them to actually start that arena of business. And I saw several of your girls competing in your beauty pageants, and after that they win, they become queens, but also they start doing like several charity activities. They get involved in business activities, and suddenly they start running their own companies. And I saw that several times, and that is something that I have to congratulate you, because it's unique. You are forming people not just for a beauty pageant, but you are also giving them all the tools and also the platform to start their own business.
Well, that's just it, because I what I tell them is that, look, and it's a story that I remember many years ago when I was with the Mrs. Globe organization, and Dawn Foley, who was Mrs. US Globe, and she brought this out. She had gone for a job. She didn't get the job. But when she won the title of Mrs. US Globe, and she went back to the same company, and they saw that she won a title, they hired her on the spot, because they felt that she took another step in her life to do something, okay? And now today, Dawn Foley, she has her own company. And I always say that when I was involved with Tracy Kemble, who is the owner of the Mrs. Globe organization, and she found out that I was a singer and an entertainer, she had me singing around the world. I remember one summer I was going to Greece, I was going to all different countries in Europe. And I always say that that woman back then did more for my career than even a William Morris agency had done. So you're 100% correct, is that if you can get involved with a beauty pageant, but get a platform that once that title is over, to keep going on and start your own business, or to get involved with an organization like 100 Successful Women in Business, that is what makes us unique, okay? It's one thing, you're right, to be in a beauty pageant, but it's another thing to have opportunities. I mean, look at Mimi, prime example. She's got her own radio station, and now, okay, and I can announce a little bit of it. She does have a show called Latina Role Models, which she is now the executive producer and the host of that. But the other day she did tell me, and she can't totally announce it, but she's going to be one of the announcers for the Orlando Magic, the NBA. And she just competed in the pageant. So look where Mimi has gone. You're right. Prime example.
Yeah, absolutely. And all this is so important because sometimes people don't realize the hard work that you do every day, because promoting all these beauty queens is a lot of work, a lot of time consuming. Find the right strategic organizations that are going to help the queen to go to the next level. That's why you have all the combination, all the elements to make the dream of any queen a reality, about not just winning a crown, but also the fact that they have a future, they have a career that they can continue with you. And I saw several of your girls that still with you for years. How many years we know now each other? Years, and you're still in connection with beauty queens. That's amazing, because usually they in the beauty industry, the fashion show, you go, you participate, you leave, and you move on. But in your case, this is like a network, a special network where everybody's going to stay there. They still connected, and that's beautiful. When I used to have, that I used to have my model agency, things were completely different. In that environment, it was more like a contest all the time, like who's the best, who's better. And the ethic, it was not necessarily high. But I see something completely different in the environment that you created through your organization. So that's good for you, Angela. I'm very proud to have you in our network, and also have you as a fashion leader for our conventions, our annual Women in Business convention every year for the award ceremony. You organize a beautiful fashion show. We always try to bring the best designers featuring the area, like we did last year in England. We had 3 fantastic designers from London, and the fashion show was really unique. I love the designs, and it was spectacular. So this is about a teamwork, and that's what we're doing now. And also Betsy, she's all the time involved. I love that Betsy has every week. I'm jealous because now it's more in your show than mine. So soon I'm gonna launch my show, and I'm gonna start stealing Betsy.
Exactly. Yeah, stealing. Exactly. No problem at all. I've had Betsy on. I've had one of my other girls, Britt Olvanowski, who started her own cosmetic line. Okay. So, and I'm very proud of her because her cosmetics.
She won, right? She won. I remember that she was in London.
Yeah, Britt was in London. Yeah. And I'm so proud of her because, I mean, she's not doing anything with skincare. She's just basically cosmetics. But I have had samples, and I will tell you, they're right up there with the Lancomes, the Lauders, and the Chanels. She spent a lot of research into her cosmetic products, okay? And Betsy just said she and I should collaborate. Yes, definitely, you guys should collaborate. And
you know what I like about the products that she's producing is that it's, number one, made in U.S., so we need to always support American products, right? The second thing is that obviously to be a product that is made in the US has to go through several steps of approval. And that's another good thing for us, because we know that we can trust in some specifically when we talk about cosmetics, we need to know what product we're using. But the best of everything is that she's young. She's a young entrepreneur, and she launched this line. So it's unbelievable. That's something that we need to support and we have to encourage.
Exactly. Well, definitely need to encourage that. Yeah, and especially when a product is made here in the USA, it has to go through the Food and Drug Administration. So there's a process with that. I mean the way she's growing the line, and she's getting bags made to advertise her company. In fact, the beginning of March, we're going to do a whole video with her. Okay, and she's going to put it out to help promote all of my girls. In fact, she sent sample to my girls in Singapore, to Canada. So it is amazing on what she's doing. And Betsy just said, yes, I need samples so I can promote her as well. So I'll definitely get some samples for Betsy. She's hoping to make the March 2nd event. She just started a new job, and they do have her travel, but I'm sure she'll send me some samples and send me some things that I could bring to the event. This would be a great way to promote her product there as well.
Also, I know, you know what, being an entrepreneur is a lot of work. You cannot just decide one day, oh, I'm going to do my job, start my internship company. It doesn't work like that. It's like a process that you have to do it little by little, and eventually you can do it. That's one of the advice that I always give people that is looking for to start a business. I always tell them, how long you can be without work. Because when you want to start a company, it's not going to be fast. You're not going to become successful immediately. You're not going to start selling tomorrow. So it's a process.
It is.
First, develop the plan. Then you need to see, how you can minimize the failure of your plan. Once you launch your plan, then you need to see, you start building, because nobody knows you at the beginning. So you need to basically pay the price to be at the beginning, right? And then little by little as you grow, so then you start becoming famous and you're selling and connected and all of that, then you can quit. But sometimes when you decided to quit immediately, you have to have the backup plan if that's what you want to do. I always advise them. I have seen so many people that they say one day, that's it, I'm going to quit, I don't want to work anymore, and I'm going to start a company. And then after 3 months, they are looking for a job again. So if you want to do that, that's okay. But have a plan.
Yeah, you have to have a plan. Exactly. And as our mutual partner, Al Otero, has always said, quitting is not in his vocabulary. I mean, when I started out as Miss Latina International, and he said to me, just stay the course. It's going to be tough, but don't give up. Okay. He said, just keep going. And I did. And even through hard times, I kept going. And then we built the World Organization. We evolved from Miss Latina to Miss International World and 7 other titles. But you're right. You have to have a backup plan. But you got to have a lot of love what you're doing, and you can't give up. Okay, because once you give up, that business is not going to flourish. Okay, and I think about where I was back in 2003 to where I am today. Oh my God, it's a big difference. But it was a challenge. Okay. There were times where I really thought, I was going to have to close up the company and go out and take a full-time job. But I said, you know what? I'm not going to give up. I'm going to stay there. I'm going to get through these hard times. And there it is. So Al is right. You always have to stay the course, stay focused, and you'll be successful. Of course, that's his analogy. That's ingredients. Yes, I love it. It's great. So I'm very excited about this year with the Global Trade Chamber and 100 successful women in business. I think it's going to be a very powerful year. I always tell people when I was in London, and what was great about being in London, I got 2 girls to enter the pageant. Latina Ruggiero, who's a recipient of 100 successful women in business. She was in the pageant, and she's going to come back this year. But I interviewed her on the show a few weeks ago. She's doing something amazing. She works with domestic violence victims. But she's now got a platform where she's involved with real estate. She's going to start getting involved with affordable housing for seniors. So look at the ladies that get involved with your organization. Look at the things they're doing. She's a prime example.
Yes, I was impressed with all the talented ladies that I met last year in England. But the concept was so unique because you really see all these people and you hear different stories. I was touched during the conferences last year. I was crying all the time because all these presentations touched my heart, and everybody had a different, and then you understand the importance of participating in these events because you really learn, you also get empowerment about different things, and you realize that what you're saying is so true. Don't give up, because if you are persistent and consistent, you're gonna succeed in what you do. So just learn from your mistakes. Always try to, different ways. Don't keep trying the same way if it's not working. So maybe without giving up, you can try different ways until you make it. And I love what you're saying, Angela. You are one of the persons that I admire a lot, because all these years you never gave up your company, and now you're very successful. So I'm going to do everything I can to make you more successful.
No, well, I thank you. I mean, we make a great team. And of course, we don't forget Mr. Al. Yeah, you're right. It's consistency. You definitely have to stay consistent in everything you do. Now, I know you talked about 2023. I'm going to ask you this question. Anything different? Have you thought about 2024? Anything different?
You know what? I was so focused on working for 2023 that I didn't think too much about what we're going to do 2024. But just to make a story about this, the other day I was talking to several, because suddenly people is calling us from different countries. The other day, yesterday, I received a call from Mexico, a huge organization that has 700,000 members.
Wow.
700,000 members. And this is a business organization. And they call me because they want to work with us. They want to see if we can do something together. I say, yeah, sure. Why not, right? So we are receiving calls from different countries, especially now that we're going to do the convention in India. A lot of companies, Chamber of Commerce from India, are contacting us. But that opened our mind to already plan ahead for 2024. So what we're going to do for 2024 is for sure keep doing the roadshow. But my projection is that we're going to increase the number of shows that we're going to do in different cities in the U.S. One of our goals is to present is actually North Carolina, and we want to expand to other cities as well. And countries, of course. We already received invitations from several countries to present the event in 2024. There is an offering in Latin America. They are very excited about having the event there. We're saying, why not? We are doing 1 year in US, another in Europe. This year we're going to do in Asia. Why not in the next year in Latin America? So we're going to keep growing and expanding. But before we finish the show, I also want to invite everybody to join our virtual membership. We are in the process in our beta version. Right now, we are not charging any fees to be part of this platform. But soon, once we launch and we pass this beta version, which is going to take another month, we're going to start charging for the membership. It's going to be $800 per year, but you can save the money now. And the other beauty of this platform is that you can become a member live. So you don't need to worry about paying. You need to do it now. And you're going to love this new platform. Everybody can connect worldwide. You can post pictures, videos. You can create your own events and share your events with the world. So you're going to love this. We're going to be sharing information about that soon, and also with all our partners and members.
Exactly.
Yeah, Ronan is going to put the link to become a member. Ronan, please don't forget to put that on the screen so people can register now.
Yes, Ronan, don't forget to do. No, he's great. Ronan does that. But anyway, Maria, it was such a wonderful opportunity to have you on the show, to learn even more. Even me, I just learned more about 100 Successful Women and what the Global Trade Chamber is doing. So this is going to be amazing. I'm really gearing up for Miami, March the 2nd. Also, I just want to put this in, the Academy. I will be with my main model tomorrow. We're going to get that going. She's going to send me pictures and videos, because she was top model of the year last year. And I think once we advertise that, she won't only train just pageant girls, but anybody that wants to get involved with modeling. So we're definitely going to get that to you as well.
Oh, yeah, we can do beautiful things. Yeah, I remember her. She's beautiful. She's very talented, and that we can do several things. We have the space, we have the equipment, we have everything. We just need to launch the project.
Exactly. So, Maria, I know you're so crazy busy, but thank you so much for taking your time to be on my show, of course, which you definitely created. So, but, and every week there's always a new and exciting guest, but thank you so much. I'm so excited about Miami and all the rest of the shows that are coming up. And I know we're going to do great things together. So, and of course, anytime you want to be on Make Our World Your Runway, you always have an open door. And of course, we have to get Mr. Al back on there to talk about the Global Trade Chamber and all the crazy things that he and I did leading up to all of this. Because we got a dossier of things.
Yes. No, and next week we're gonna have also more news for the show, because remember that we're in the process of launching the official studio, so that's gonna be an amazing thing. People is gonna love that. Thank you so much, Angela, for inviting me again to your show. I'm very happy, and like I said, very proud of you. So we're here to help you.
All righty. Thank you so much, Maria, and have a great weekend. And of course, I'll see you next week and speak to you next week. Thank you again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. A fantastic show today. The CEO and owner of 100 Successful Women in Business, Maria Renee Davila. Absolutely amazing. And as I said, she was the creator of Make Our World Your Runway. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, we want to tell you have a great weekend. And if you are a successful woman and want to be part of the show, just email us at msintlworld@aol.com. Thank you for joining. We'll see you again. Have a great weekend.